Here are some fascinating psychological facts about human behavior. The mere presence of other people can significantly influence individual behavior, a phenomenon known as social facilitation. People are more likely to remember unfinished or interrupted tasks than completed ones, known as the Zeigarnik effect. The bystander effect suggests that individuals are less likely to offer help to a victim when others are present. Cognitive dissonance occurs when individuals experience discomfort due to holding conflicting beliefs or attitudes. The halo effect leads people to assume that individuals with one positive trait also possess other positive traits. Priming is the subconscious activation of particular associations in memory, affecting behavior without awareness. People tend to conform to group norms, even if those norms go against their personal beliefs, known as conformity. The placebo effect demonstrates that believing in the effectiveness of a treatment can lead to actual improvements, regardless of whether the treatment is real. Confirmation bias is the tendency to search for, interpret, and recall information in a way that confirms one's pre-existing beliefs or hypotheses. The mere exposure effect suggests that people tend to develop a preference for things simply because they are familiar with them. The Flynn effect refers to the observed increase in average human intelligence scores over time. The Dunning-Kruger effect is a cognitive bias where people of low ability mistakenly assess their cognitive ability as greater than it is. Anchoring bias occurs when individuals rely too heavily on the first piece of information they receive when making decisions. The Pygmalion effect is the phenomenon where higher expectations lead to an increase in performance. The Hawthorne effect refers to the alteration of behavior by the subjects of a study due to their awareness of being observed. People tend to underestimate the duration of events they find unpleasant and overestimate the duration of events they enjoy, known as the time perception bias. The recency effect is the tendency to remember the most recently presented information better than earlier information. The mere possibility of being observed can lead to increased prosocial behavior, known as the watching eyes effect. The endowment effect occurs when people assign a higher value to things they own compared to identical items they do not own. The framing effect demonstrates that people's decisions can be influenced by how information is presented to them, even if the content is the same. The self-serving bias is the tendency for individuals to attribute their successes to internal factors and their failures to external factors. The spotlight effect is the tendency to overestimate how much other people notice and evaluate our appearance, behavior, or mistakes. Stockholm Syndrome is a psychological phenomenon where hostages develop positive feelings towards their captors. The mere thought of money can lead to changes in behavior, such as increased self-sufficiency and decreased social connectedness. Mirror neurons are brain cells that activate both when an individual performs an action and when they observe someone else performing the same action, leading to empathy and imitation. The Pygmalion effect in education occurs when teachers' expectations of students' academic abilities influence students' academic performance. Learned helplessness is a state where individuals believe they have no control over their situation, leading to passivity and decreased motivation to change their circumstances. The serial position effect refers to the tendency to recall the first and last items in a series more easily than those in the middle. The mere thought of yawning, hearing, or seeing someone yawn can trigger the urge to yawn, suggesting a contagious nature to yawning. The paradox of choice suggests that having too many options can lead to decision paralysis and decreased satisfaction with the chosen option.